My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. Now, employees start off overpaid and entrepreneurs start off underpaid. This is a very interesting little phenomenon worth noting down, understanding and realising, and use it as a way to build confidence and belief in yourself. The employee starts off overpaid, meaning he's over the moon to get a job. He's happy, he now has a consistent, reliable source of income. The entrepreneur starts off underpaid. He starts a new business. There's no consistency, no reliability, no trust, no community, no nothing. Everything is brand spanking new. Over time, the entrepreneur starts things, tweaks things, creates momentum. He sees successes, he gets the first few hundred sales. He starts to do stuff, he's excited. Community is growing exponentially. This takes time and amazing. It hits a tipping point and it starts to explode. Meanwhile, the employee is toddling along nicely, doing his day-to-day stuff, doing the work. Promotion's in sight, but it's way down the line. He's doing his stuff nicely. His wages aren't quite keeping up with inflation though. That's why you get wage increase of like 1 to 3% a year on median or average. So not very exciting, but he's moving along nicely. Meanwhile, the entrepreneur overtakes him. So in the end, the entrepreneur, through trial and error, through leveraging, through refinement, through experience, through mentors, through books, through good times and the bad times, through consistency and persistence, challenging. He challenges the status quo. He challenges the status quo. He does something momentous, has a massive community and massive trust, and people like him. He's making more money than the employee. The employee is worn out. He's been grinding all day. He has to commute somewhere half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the evening, twice a day. He gets worn down. He realises he doesn't like this job. He doesn't like the other colleagues. He doesn't like his boss. He finds the work tiresome and tedious. It's long hours. Promotion is too far away. Wages are always the same. The situation never changes. His situation is always the same. And he wonders why he's not rich, why he's not getting ahead. And then at the exact same time, the entrepreneur, learning from his mistakes, doing his own thing, overtakes him. That's worthwhile understanding. It's worthwhile realising that, because it shows that entrepreneurship is a long-term game. It shows that even though things start off hard and start off difficult, through energy, commitment and consistency, you'll eventually conquer the mountain. Like the woodpecker that constantly pecks the tree. He's constantly attacking the same place, the same frequency and same energy, whatever, not being deterred. Eventually he breaks through. He gets to the worms or the sapling or the termites inside, or it makes the nest for himself. I'm not quite sure why I don't quite know why they peck on wood, but they get their reward. They keep going and they eventually crack it. This problem that you're trying to solve as an entrepreneur, starting the business, hitting your milestones, hitting your goals, the more you focus on your problems, like a nut or a coconut, eventually you will crack it and the rewards are inside. And if you give up, you never see that tipping point. You never see that explosion. You never see that trust. You never get momentum. Success really does beget success. Success really does beget success. You build a community, you have an idea, you start creating content, building momentum. You share it, people like it, people subscribe. People share it with other people. You create more stuff, there's more subscribers join you, for example. And the circle goes on and on and on and on. And the more trust you have, and trust is very important these days, the more people are likely to buy from you and buy again from you and talk about your business and share you elsewhere. And the more momentum you have, people outside, the press for example, are going to start paying attention to you. One video gets a million views and people really like it and it explodes. Nice little springboard. Things like that start to happen. It's worth understanding this stuff. Understanding that entrepreneurs start up underpaid because there's no platform, there's nothing. And employees start overpaid. And this is also why I don't want to be an employee per se. because it's grinding. You're ultimately working for another entrepreneur's dream, another entrepreneur's vision. There's the 40-40-40 rule. As an employee, you're working 40 hours a week for 40 years, and because of inflation, your savings are worth 40% less. It's not really what I want. If you want a real pay rise, you have to earn it. Go out there and start a business by yourself. Over the course of a year, for example, you get a 200% pay rise. You can't beat that when you're an employee, unless like the CEO of somewhere. But even then, what's a 200% pay rise of £1 million? That's 2 million. Is that really doable? Yeah, I suppose so. But very few people get to that stage. So this is also why I say, why climb the corporate ladder? Grinding, working, earning your way up there. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But when you can own the ladder. If I start your own business, I'm at the top automatically. All I then do is grow the business, so I'm at the top consistently. I'm at the top then. Why do I have to climb it? Spend 20 years climbing another corporate ladder. Again, nothing wrong with that. But it's like, do you want to work your way to the top, or do you want to build the top? I'd rather build the top. I think it's much more of a long-term game. It's a hell of a lot harder, but it's supposed to be hard. And if it was not hard, it wouldn't be great. It is the great that makes it good. It's the hard that makes it great, so to speak. The harder something is, the more reward you're going to get for it. But if the bigger the problem that you're solving for people, the bigger the reward. If you're solving small problems for people, providing small solutions for people, you're going to get paid small money. But if you provide a big solution to a big pressing problem, national, international or local, you're going to get a big reward for that. And that contributes to how entrepreneurs are overpaid, along with a few other things like my principle of be ambitious but be lazy. I want to do this, I want to achieve X, Y and Z, but I'm lazy. How can I find the most efficient, most leveraged, most lean way of doing it? Hire an assistant, build a team. They'll do the work for me. I'll tell them what to do, I'll manage them, and they'll do the work for me. I'll measure the results. But I'm ambitious, but I'm lazy. And the other one is, how can I do the work once and get paid forever? How can I create a product, create a book, create a video, create a channel once and get paid forever? Automation. Automation is very important. That's what separates the employee from the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur has automation. Meaning, if we have got a sales funnel that people come into and buy automatically, we're getting the money even while we sleep. For an employee to earn money, he's got to spend hours, 8 or so hours in a workplace. He's got to physically be there. So that means even at 3 AM, people are buying my stuff. I'm earning money. The employee isn't. The employee he's asleep. He can't earn the money until he's actually physically clocked in at the office. Whereas there's the entrepreneur, who's got a funnel and he's got more people coming into the funnel, because trust and reputation and success begets success. More people are piling in. They want your product or service. And because you're lazy, you're not the one fulfilling the orders. If you've got an order, you're not doing it. You've got somebody else to do that for you. I'm going to sit back and focus on getting more customers. I have my team to sort customer service out, sorting out the fulfillment, sorting out shipping the products, sorting out bookkeeping. I'm lazy. I've got someone to do that. And I've done the work once, I hired the person once, told them what to do once, and they're doing it forever. All I do is, money comes to me. What I'm doing is I'm managing the entire system. I built the system, I own the system, see I'm at the top, I'm managing it. I'm saying, I got the vision, I'm saying we need to do this, we need to do that. I'm taking ultimate responsibility. Because when things go wrong, it's my fault, it's your fault. When things go right, ideally it's yours, but you need to share the credit. You know, it wasn't up to you, it was down to this person or that person, this person, that person, here and there, and him and her. But when it goes wrong, ultimately it's your fault. And you're getting compensated for that risk. Because if it goes wrong, it could be a PR nightmare. People can lose their jobs, supply chain collapses, disaster. you've got a massive responsibility on your shoulders, and you're being compensated for that. That's why the other people, your employees, are solving problems for you and getting compensated just as much, but you have much more on the line. If things go wrong, ultimately it's your problem, your fault, because you hired that person, you told them what to do, you set up the system, it's your funnel, it's your business. Everything ultimately is down to you. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you realise that, introspection, saying, what don't I know? Ask yourself, what don't I know? What don't I see? What could go wrong? What can go wrong? When you understand that, you realise you've got a much more foolproof business. And that in part helps the entrepreneur to be overpaid. Because he's got people, systems, he's leveraging, doing more with less. And he's got more responsibility as well. Got more responsibility, therefore he gets paid more compensation. It's only fair. So the question of the day is, what are you doing now? What are you doing now to get ahead? What are you doing to get ahead? What I'm doing is I'm currently, it's 1st of July. Well, I'm recording this video, building a community. Phase 1, build a community, become known, liked and trusted. I'm taking these videos and sharing it elsewhere. And people are finding me. And that's building the base, the community. And from there, well, that's phase 2 afterwards. But that's further on. How I'm getting ahead, I'm becoming known. I'm building trust. I'm becoming known, liked and trusted. And trust is invaluable in today's age. Very, very valuable. So what are you doing now to get ahead? And also remember, click on the subscribe button and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. And you'll see me again soon. How cool is that?